Hello and welcome to the UNSW Sydney's pre-departure session for Term 1, 2025. My name is Anthony Badgery, an International Regional Manager here at UNSW. And I'm here to help you prepare for your exciting journey to UNSW and Sydney. I'll be taking you through the term details, enrolment, and some important study considerations for the pre-departure session. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the Bidjigal, Gadigal, Ngunnawal, and Ngambri peoples of the traditional custodians of the unceded territories where UNSW's main campuses are located. We pay our respects to elders past and present and celebrate their cultural knowledge and rich traditions. Now, let's dive into everything you need to know before joining our incredible UNSW community. Firstly, we'll be looking at the UNSW term and enrolment key information. UNSW operates on a trimester-based calendar with 3 10-week teaching terms. You'll be commencing in the first teaching term of 2025. Our other teaching periods start in June and September. UNSW students are required to take the same equivalent full-time annual study load as those students studying at a semester-based university, which is 8 courses. They're just split over 3 terms rather than 2 semesters. The maximum full-time study load per term is 3 courses. This means there'll be one term where students are only required to take 2 courses. Alternatively, if students would like to fast-track their program, they have the flexibility to take 3 courses in each term when they're enrolled in a program that is longer than 1 year in duration. Students can also take an intensive summer school to further fast-track their studies. One of the biggest benefits of our 3+ calendar is the flexibility it provides to fast-track your studies, take internships, and go on student exchange programs. Some key dates to be aware of during your commencing term are 10 to 14 February is the date of our orientation week. We strongly urge all commencing students to attend orientation to set themselves up for academic success and to help settle into campus life. 17th of February to the 24th of April is teaching period for Term 1. 26th of April to 1st of May is a study period for Term 1 exams. 2nd to 15th of May is a Term 1 exam period. And 15th of May is the last day of Term 1. If you've not already completed your enrolment, you can find a comprehensive guide on how to do so on the UNSW Getting Started webpage. Our helpful nucleus staff are available to assist and provide valuable enrolment advice as and when required. You can call or find other ways to connect on the Nucleus Contact Us webpage. We recommend you browse the UNSW Handbook to understand the structure of your program and review course options before you start the enrolment process. Academic and career success can substantially be improved by taking steps to improve your English language skills. Take a look at our English language success page to learn all about the resources available to you. This includes information on My English Week, which is an English language bootcamp of interactive workshops that is run before the start of each term. We know sometimes the unexpected happens. The Getting Started webpage also provides information about when you can defer your studies after you've already accepted your offer and how to complete this process. To elaborate on the enrolment process, UNSW has a simple 10-step process that can further be broken down into 2 distinct categories. Part 1 is course enrolment, and Part 2 is class registration. Step 1 is to check your faculty progression plan or My Plan to determine which courses you can take in your first year of studies. Step 2 is to sign into My UNSW. Click on your My Student profile, select Update your enrolment under My Student Profile tab, we've provided some helpful links to the aforementioned resources at the bottom of this page. This is an example of a Bachelor of Commerce progression plan. You can see the course makeup of your program to assist with course selection. Step 5 is to select the Update Enrolment button for the relevant program. You can then search for and select the course you wish to enrol in. More courses can be added to the term you're enrolling in by repeating steps 5 and 6 in the enrolment basket. Once you've added all the courses you wish to enrol in, and they will appear in the enrolment basket, select the Submit Enrolment Request button. You have now successfully enrolled in your courses. The final step is class registration. Select classes directly when available in order to register for classes. Remember to double check that you have enrolled successfully. An exclamation mark represents an issue to be resolved. Hover your mouse to see an explanation of the issue. A wait message means you have been waitlisted due to a class being full. In the class registration view, you can apply filters to see available class times. Each course has a different type of class listed. These include lectures, tutorials, web delivery, seminars, and labs. You must choose an option for each class type. Your chosen class times will appear in the timetable view. If you have successfully registered for a class, it will turn green. If the class is red, you have a timetable clash and should find an alternative course in the UNSW handbook. If, in some cases, there are no course options left, you can make a timetable clash request via the link at the bottom of this slide. When you go back to the course enrolment view, 2 green ticks next to the course means you successfully enrolled and registered for that course. Another useful function in the UNSW timetable view is the class search by subject area. Another task to complete when enrolling in an Australian education program is registering for your Unique Student Identifier, or USI. This is a reference number required by the Australian Government to undertake studies in Australia. Obtaining a USI is free and easy and stays with you for life. You must have a USI to graduate and receive your award. All students who are enrolled with UNSW will need a USI, unless exempted. There are very few exemptions. You can refer to the UNSW webpage, student.unsw.edu.au/USI, to learn what these exemptions are. If you've studied in Australia before, you may already have a USI. To check if you already have an existing USI, or to create one, visit the link below. I will now be going through some academic standards and academic support available to commencing students. It can be quite daunting starting a bachelor or master program in a different country. UNSW has developed a Student Essentials module that will help you develop the academic skills required for your studies, know where to access academic and personal support, and lay out the expectations UNSW has for all students in displaying respect and creating a safe university environment. There are 3 self-paced lessons that are fundamental to being part of the UNSW community, and all up, it should take approximately an hour to complete. As a commencing UNSW student, you will automatically be enrolled in the module on the Moodle learning platform. You must complete the module by Sunday, week 3 of your first teaching period. Plagiarism in any shape or form is a serious breach of ethics and not tolerated at UNSW. Plagiarism is presenting another person's work or ideas as your own. It can include copying, inappropriate paraphrasing, collusion, inappropriate citation, and self-plagiarism. If you need a bit of guidance with a written document, Feedback Hub is the official online writing support service for UNSW, aimed at providing detailed and personalised evaluation and feedback on your written work. It is accessible online 24/7 from anywhere, and it provides both real-time and on-demand support. The service focuses on writing and consists of the following features: connecting and interacting with an online tutor, booking an individual session with an online tutor, asking a question and receiving a reply on a given topic regarding writing, and submitting a piece of writing for evaluation and feedback. You can refer to the link at the bottom of the page for more information about UNSW Feedback Hub and how it works. We want you to be as prepared as possible when you travel to Sydney. I will now take you through some tips on what to pack, a checklist of what to have in order before you depart, what you need handy on arrival into Australia, advice for clearing immigration and customs, transport in Sydney, and some suggestions on what to do in your first week to help you get settled in. We suggest bringing the following with you: your laptop, charger, and a universal adapter to charge your devices depending on the power outlets in your country, printed copies of your travel documentation, including your student visa granting letter and your UNSW offer, sun protection. Australia is a very sunny country. Stay safe by wearing sunscreen every day. Light clothes for summer and warm clothes for winter. If you need to bring medication, store these in your carry-on luggage with a letter from your doctor. We suggest you leave the following items at home: large sums of cash, cooking devices, bedding. This can be bulky and can be purchased in Australia. Don't bring items that may be prohibited or could be problematic for customs, such as fresh fruit, seeds, and homemade food. Refer to the web page at the bottom of the page for more information. Make sure you have sorted the following things before flying: enrolment. Have you selected your subjects for Term 1? Accommodation. Have you sorted long-term accommodation or interim accommodation for your arrival? Finances. Do you have the funds and/or credit card to cover your costs on arrival, like the balance of your student fees, set-up costs for private accommodation, which may include a bond and purchase of furniture? Flights and visa. Have you received your student visa and booked flights? Australian customs. Do you know what you can and can't bring? Refer to the Sydney Airport page for more information. We also suggest completing the UNSW Safety and Wellbeing tutorial. What items will you need on arrival into Sydney? Make sure you have the following items handy on your arrival into Sydney Airport: your plane ticket, passport, student visa and COE, overseas health cover certificate, your accommodation details. Remember to also update your My UNSW address details if you've not done so already. You can also check out our online resources for arrival into Australia via the web page at the bottom of the slide. All travellers arriving into Australia will need to complete a customs incoming passenger card. The card asks details about your intended stay in Australia and what you're bringing into the country. There are two ways you can clear immigration at Sydney Airport: via the electronic smart gates. If your passport is eligible for smart gate, get a ticket at a smart gate kiosk immediately after you disembark from your flight. Proceed via one of the smart gates. Eligible countries include Canada, China, Hong Kong, Italy, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, UAE, USA, and others. If your passport is not eligible for SmartGate, go to a passport control stand. Remember, you need to declare the following items to customs on your incoming passenger card or when asked: foods and spices, medication with content label, plants and plant products, there are harsh fines for bringing in certain foods or products into Australia. If you are unsure if you can bring a certain item into Australia, simply declare it on your passenger card, and Australian Customs will review the item. For more information, visit the URL at the bottom of the slide. Once you've cleared immigration, collected your bags, and cleared customs, we suggest you visit the Study NSW Welcome Desk in the Arrivals Hall. Current international students volunteer to welcome newly arrived students at the Welcome Desk. They can answer all your questions and provide information on transport, accommodation, maps, and general advice. You have a few transport options from Sydney Airport to your destination. You can book the free UNSW pickup service via the link on the page. It will take you straight from the airport to UNSW Kensington campus. You can book an Uber or catch a taxi. The ride should cost between $30 to $50 and takes about 15 minutes. Alternatively, you can get a train from the airport to Central Station and then connect to the light rail which goes to UNSW Anzac Parade or High Street stations. This trip takes about 30 minutes and costs $21. We suggest doing the following for your first week in Sydney. Purchase a prepaid data plan from the airport. Set up your bank account if you've not done so already. Apply for a tax file number if you are considering working while studying. Plan your O-Week activities. There is so much going on for you to get involved. Visit the ARC website. UNSW Student Union has a breadth of support available to you, and they also arrange a heap of fun activities. Visit the UNSW International Student Welcome Centre. They can help you get your bearings and provide some great tips for settling in. Download the UNSW app, and of course, visit the university as soon as you can. From both myself and my team, we look forward to seeing you on campus soon.